Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently sitting in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru line because I needed to get gas this morning and the Chick-fil-A was right across the street, so I was like, yeah, let's get some Chick-fil-A breakfast before we start this 3-day. I was really hoping that when I woke up this morning, this 3-day would just have magically been gone off my schedule because I did not want to work today. Well, really, I just didn't want to get out of the bed. And I left with an extra like 30 minutes, so I left like 2.5 hours before sign in because we're parking in a new parking lot now and I've never done it before, and the shuttle only runs 15 minutes, like every 15 minutes to and from the airport, so might have to wait for the shuttle for a while. So I gave myself an extra 30 minutes to hopefully not have any issues with that, so we'll see how that goes. But we do, I think, 3 legs today. We go Charlotte, Tampa, Tampa, Charlotte, Charlotte, Orlando, I think. And short layover, honestly, both of my layovers are short. And when I first got this trip, I was super excited because there's a Palm Springs layover and that airport is super cool, and just like Palm Springs in general, I like love that area. But now the weather's supposed to be crap, so now I'm kind of upset about it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky with the weather, even though I forgot to bring a bathing suit. I just realized I forgot to pack one. Dang. Oh well, let me get this food and then get to the airport, hopefully with no issues with the new parking lot, and we'll get this trip started. You guys, my card would not work to get into the parking garage, but I know this is the right lot because there was a sign. So I don't know what that's all about. I guess I'm gonna have to go talk to someone and be like, why isn't this working? Or maybe they just haven't set it up yet for it to work right, but I really hope that that's not the case, because that's annoying if you have to call every single time you come into this lot. Also, I've had 2 coffees this morning and neither one of them were dairy free, and my stomach hates me right now, so love this for me, guys. But as I was sitting at the gate trying to get in, the shuttle came, so I'm probably gonna have to sit here for another 15 minutes waiting for the shuttle because I just missed it because of all that fun stuff I got to do. But let's get our stuff together and go wait for this bus to come. You guys, a bus came right when I got out of my car, and then I'm sitting on the bus and I realized I left my badge in my car. So now I'm walking back to my car to get my badge. Thank goodness I realized it before I got all the way to the airport, because if the shuttles really do run super slow, then like there would be no way that I would make it back in time. So hopefully there'll be another bus soon and I won't have to wait super long. But yeah. Guys, what is this day? Why am I so chaotic right now? Spring break travel started and the Charlotte airport was crazy busy, but anyways, I was the 2 for this trip, so I'm sitting in the back getting the carts ready, and all of a sudden the lights cut off and the emergency exit lights come on, and we didn't have pilots, and which that delayed us for the whole day, but I'll get into that a little bit later. So they were on literally the entire boarding process. So if you're wondering what it looks like in an emergency, you have the ceiling lights, the lights at the end of the rows, and then the lights above the door. Anyways, our crew before us set up the topper for us, so I didn't have to do any of that. We love that. Then for lunch, I had some potato gnocchi, I think is how you say it, with some marinara sauce. It was delicious. On our last flight of the day, we had severe turbulence come out of nowhere when we were on the cart. So what you would do in that situation is take all the hot liquids off and just kind of secure the cart as best you can until it's safe to bring it back to the galley. It has been a while since I have been delayed like that all day. So this morning in Charlotte, an airplane took off and had a fuel leak, so it ruined a runway. They had to do an emergency landing back in Charlotte, and they had to use a different runway because the other one they couldn't use. So when they used the other one, they shut down 2 runways, so there was only 1 runway for airplanes to land and take off at, so everything just got super backed up. So the first leg of the day, our pilots were delayed getting in because of all that, so we ended up leaving like 30 or 40 minutes late, and then we did the same thing to our pilots when we got back in Charlotte to go to Orlando. They were here and we could never catch up the whole rest of the day. We didn't have long enough sits to make up any time, so yeah. But that turbulence was crazy, you guys. Like, came out of nowhere, was just like nutso. And I've never had turbulence like that when we had people out in the cart, so that was kind of scary. Like, I was super concerned for them. I don't bring a cart out when I'm the two for that reason, because I'm like, if something like that happens, I cannot control this cart all by myself. Like, those things are heavy. And yeah, so I was in the back running, and luckily someone had just asked me for coffee, and I had just got to the back to go pour it, and then all the bumps happened. Like, luckily I did not bring them that coffee out, so they probably would have gotten burnt, because it would have gone everywhere. But yeah, that was crazy. But it was a long day today, like, just from being delayed all day. It was just like so long. So 3 of us are gonna go down and get dinner and drinks and just unwind, because yeah, I don't know why today just, I mean, it started off chaotic with the whole parking lot thing and me leaving my badge, and it's just never corrected itself. So we're gonna go finish the day with the crew, dinner, drinks, and then hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. We both ended up getting the shrimp tacos. They were pretty good. Our other crew member came down a little bit later, so we waited for her to finish dinner, and then we all called it a night and went to bed. Good morning, it is day 2. It is 7:53. Our van is at 8, so I have plenty of time to get downstairs. I'm ready to go. I forgot to mention this in my last video, but our managers have randomly been doing uniform compliance checks. So one of the main things people have been getting written up for is that their hair is down and not pulled back, which is why, if you're wondering why I have not worn my hair down to work in a while, that is why. Because I flew with a girl like a couple months ago who got written up. She wasn't even working the flight, she was deadheading, but she was in uniform and had her hair down, and they didn't even say anything to her. They just wrote her up, and she had to go talk to her manager about it. So just FYI, for those of you who work for my company, if you're a girl, your hair has to be put up if it's past your shoulders, or they're gonna just start writing you up. And I don't know what flights they're checking. I know on mine it was a Dallas flight, and it might just be a Charlotte thing, I don't really know. But yeah, they're like really cracking down on uniform stuff now, so that's why my hair has been pulled back every time I'm in the uniform lately. But I will show you a uniform fit checks. I haven't done one of those in a while, and then we're gonna go catch the van. Uniform check. The skirt is pretty much all I wear now. You guys, while I drink my coffee, listen to this. The Orlando airport is absolutely insane today. People cannot get through TSA. Our agent said they've had like 500 people already this morning. It's 8:39, miss their flights because they could not get through TSA. Like, the lines are insane. Orlando is one of those airports where like they tell you to get to the airport 3 hours early, and like you actually need to, because otherwise you will not get through TSA. Like, it's insane. We have, I think 41 was the last number I saw, people trying to get on our flight to Dallas that missed the earlier one this morning. We have 3 seats open. Like, yeah, that's gonna be rough today. That customer service line is gonna be insane all day long. I can't even imagine. Thank goodness we are getting out of here and not coming back today, because that is gonna be pure chaos. But yeah, welcome back to travel, guys. Our flight to Palm Springs was going out of a different terminal, so I had to take the Skylink to get over there. They did a plane swap on us, so unfortunately our flight to Palm Springs was delayed by like 40 minutes, which stinks. But landing in Palm Springs is really neat, because you're literally landing in the middle of the mountains, and then you deplane the aircraft and you come out of the gate area and you're just in this outside area, but you're still inside the airport. It's so neat. Greenville has a little outdoor area that's inside security too, which is kind of cool, but it's a lot smaller. And then I just love the views. Like, soon you come outside, gorgeous views, but there was horrible traffic and it took us an hour to get to the hotel. Guys, look at my view. We've got the golf course and the mountains. So gorgeous. If I was a better golfer, I would totally go play golf, because it's like gorgeous weather, but I'm not good enough for all that yet. I'm so happy the weather changed, because earlier it was supposed to be like 60s and rain today, and I guess it was like that this morning, but now it is like gorgeous. The sun is out. It's like 70 degrees. Just watching these people hit their golf balls. I love this, y'all. In just a few minutes, I'm gonna go meet my crew though for dinner and drinks because unfortunately our van time is super early in the morning. We have a 4:30 a.m. van, so my alarm's gonna be going off at 3:30. So if I want to get decent sleep, it's gonna have to be like, I'm gonna have to be in the bed around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, which is in 3 hours. So that kind of stinks, but at least I can sit outside and enjoy the fresh air and the sunshine for a little while before I go to bed. We sat outside, enjoyed the weather, had some drinks, and look at the view. The clouds and the mountains like did not even look real. It looked crazy. But why'd they have to do Jay like this? He asked for lemons and they gave him so many lemons. We were like, what? And they didn't do that to anybody else. I don't know why they did that. And then look at these little ducks living their best life, just swimming in the pool. So funny. It is 6:50. I just got back from dinner. We tried to sit outside for a little bit after we ate, but the temperature dropped and then the wind picked up and it just got a little too chilly for us from the south. We couldn't handle it. So we decided to call it a night. I'm going to hop in the shower and then do my devotion and then hopefully fall asleep and get good rest for go home day tomorrow. We have 2 legs. We're going back through Dallas and then Dallas to Charlotte. There's weather that's supposed to be coming to Dallas right around when we're supposed to be leaving to go to Charlotte. So fingers crossed that it gets pushed back or that it's just not bad enough to where it affects us tomorrow, because I really don't want to get stuck in Dallas tomorrow. But yeah, they're calling for like severe thunderstorms, tornadoes, hail, really bad winds. So hopefully we can get out before all that chaos happens tomorrow. But yeah, let me go hop in the shower, do my devotion, and get in the bed. Good morning, guys. It is day 3, go home day. As of right now, all of our flights, well, we only have 2, but they're all supposed to be on time. So hopefully it stays that way throughout the day, because I did mention the weather last night. So we'll see how that goes. But last night, right before I went to bed, so the people above me, so we have like porches that you can go out on, like a little sliding door and a little balcony, I guess is what's called. And last night the people above me were like opening and closing their door a lot and like moving around the chairs, and so it started to freak me out because I was like, I'm only on the 2nd floor. Someone could easily like climb up and try to get in my room that way. And sometimes it sounded like they were literally on my porch moving stuff around. So I was like so scared to check the the door, because I was like, what if I open the curtain and someone's just standing there like on my balcony? But I ended up checking it. It was locked, so no worries there. But I was kind of freaked out for a minute. And then this morning I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning. My alarm was set to go off at 3:30, and I started freaking myself out because I was like, I feel like it should already be 3:30 because I do feel like well rested. And I went to bed a little bit later than I had originally hoped because I got distracted. And so I'd only been asleep for like 5 hours, but I felt like I'd been sleeping for like a lot. Like I felt like I was really well rested. And so then I started freaking myself out because I had a crew member one time who we changed time zones and her phone didn't update the correct time. So we were all down for the van and she was still sleeping because her alarm hadn't gotten off yet. So I called her and I was like, hey, we're all here waiting for the van. And she's like, why is the van here? And I was like, because it's time to go. And she realized her phone didn't update the time. So then I was freaking out, like, what if my phone is saying like the wrong time? But it was right. I just was ready to get up, I guess. But I did lay back down until 3:30, but I don't know what's going on, y'all, with that. I don't know why I like freaked myself out so bad. But anyways, it's 4:18. Our van is at 4:30, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk downstairs and catch the van, because yesterday the van was trying to leave me even though I got down like 3 minutes before van time. It was like there were so many people for that 8 a.m. van that like they were just trying to fill them up and go. But luckily my crew was like, no, she's coming, like you can chill. So thank goodness we did not get left yesterday. So we're gonna go down extra early today, just in case. I'm obsessed with this airport. So you go inside to go through security and then it immediately pushes you outside. Like, I think that is so cool. I love that. But anyways, we were on 321 for the entirety of the trip, which I like this plane the best because the bin spaces are better. There's more space in the galley. I don't know. I just feel like things go so much smoother on an Airbus. I have recently really enjoyed being number 2 and like setting up the carts. I think I still like number 1 the best, but 2, I can still keep myself busy. It's not as demanding as 1, so it's a nice break, but also not just like feel like I'm not doing anything the whole trip. But I did have to reset the topper because they took the other one, I guess catering did. So first thing you do is put waters and juice on there, and then set up the cups in there as well, and then you fill the little blue container with all the coffee stuff, so creamer, sugar, sweetener, and then yeah, that's your topper. But flying is so weird because it's 7:57 and here I am eating pizza and also drinking coffee. Like, what the heck? But anyways, in Dallas, the jet bridges are so long. Like, some of them have 3 separate like turns that you have to go down, and it's just like, why are they this long? Nobody knows. But March Madness started today, so while I was setting up the cart, I was watching that, and then look, it always trips me out when you can see other planes. We were racing. Who's gonna win? You guys, I don't know if it was because this was my first trip after daylight savings or what, but that trip like took it out of me. I am so worn out, and I have to do this all over again tomorrow. I have a whole nother 3-day tomorrow. This month has just like never slowed down for me, and it's really starting to catch up because they used me into my first day off of the month. I had 1 day off, then I worked 2-3 days back to back, then I had a weekend trip with my family, had 1 day off, did this trip, and now I'm about to do a whole nother 3-day. When I get back from my 3-day tomorrow, I have 4 days off, so I'll be able to like finally relax and catch up on everything I need to catch up on then. But this trip too, it's like, for me, whenever you start the trip off poorly, it just snowballs, and the rest of the trip is almost like you'll start to get on the right track and then one other thing will mess up. So like day 1 with the runways being shut down, we were delayed that first leg and could never catch up, so we were delayed the whole day. The next day we have the aircraft swap and we're late to Palm Springs, and then with the traffic, and it took us like an hour to get to our hotel. And then today we beat the weather and we're like, yes, we're gonna get home, and then we go to take off and there's a huge traffic jam, so we take off like 30 minutes after we were supposed to, and we ended up getting in late. Everyone has connections in Charlotte and they're freaking out, and it's like so bumpy, so we can't do service and people are getting mad at us, and it was just a lot today. So I am so thankful to be in my car right now. Also, go Gamecocks, gonna win the women's natty in a couple weeks, at least we hope so. Also, Virginia busted my bracket. Well, not really, I had them winning the game today, and I almost put Furman to beat them because Virginia is just not reliable in the tournament. I feel like I should know this by now. They always let me down. But I had almost picked Furman to win, and then I was like, no, I feel like Virginia can win this first game. But I had them losing the next game anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. As long as Alabama and Gonzaga don't lose, we're good to go, because I have them in my final 2, as my final 2, and I have Alabama winning the whole thing. Who'd you guys pick to win if you guys do March Madness? I'm like obsessed with March Madness. It's like one of my favorite times of the year. I get so into it. So my family all has a bracket, and we're all competing with each other to see who will win. And then this is the first year that we've done it for like money or anything, so we're all putting in, I don't even know, like maybe like $1 or something, like nothing crazy. We're gonna see how it goes this year, because we usually just do it for like pride. But yeah, anyways, I need to get home because, like I said, I do this all over again tomorrow, unless by some miracle my trip drops. But unfortunately, I just think this month is not gonna be the case. It's just not gonna happen, guys. It's not in the cards. It's in the cards for me to do 102 hours and die. So that paycheck will be nice though, so we'll love that. It's just gonna be getting it done. And on the bright side, the first half of those hours are already done, so I just have the last 50 to do. So, and it'll kind of slow down a little bit. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. I got behind in posting. I'm trying to like get better about posting more than every 7 days, but so far that's just what it's been. So hopefully I can start picking up, especially since I've been flying so much. But yeah, as always, any questions, comments, whatever, put them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.